What will America's cities look like 100 years from now? Inspired by its hit series Engineering an Empire, the History Channel challenged architects in each of America's 3 biggest cities, New York, Chicago, and Los Angeles, to compete in the City of the Future, a design and engineering challenge. In association with the American Institute of Architects and sponsored by IBM and Infinity, the History Channel gave teams 1 week to design and 4 hours to build a vision of their city 100 years from now.
Rome was built in a day, right? So we built our city in about a week.
It's quite a horse race. I mean, we all had essentially a week to envision a whole city 100 years from now. So it's a tall order.
It's been 7 days non-stop, about 2 hours of sleep every night.
Last couple of days have been all-nighters.
We worked, I don't know how many hours a day and night.
We were getting 3 or 4 hours of sleep a night.
The winning designs from New York, Chicago, and Los Angeles each receives $10,000 and continues on to the national online competition where you, the viewer, can log on to History.com and decide who will be named the National Grand Prize winner.
Engineering an Empire serves as the background for the design competition. Architects and engineers of the past created some amazing things that helped to catapult their societies forward. And we're asking these designers to imagine the things that are going to catapult our society forward.
With time up, the design teams in New York, Chicago, and Los Angeles presented their ideas to the History Channel's panel of prestigious jurors. Whose City of the Future design will compete in the national online competition? In New York, the winner was
Architecture Research Office.
The winner in Chicago was
Urban Lab.
And in Los Angeles, the winner was
Eric Owen Moss Architects.
Let's hear from the winners as they discuss their ideas for the City of the Future.
Our project starts with a premise that's actually not too far from reality, unfortunately, which is that water levels are rising throughout the world because of climate change and global warming. By 2106, lowland areas of Manhattan will be underwater. The towers in the water, those are actually the lungs of the city, and that's where cooling and water filtration and wind generation occurs. We're most interested in having a kind of direct and almost spiritual connection to the water, which is Manhattan's connection to nature.
Our idea is to make Chicago into a model city for growing its own water, saving its own water, and recycling its own water. In 100 years from now, water will be the most important resource and expensive commodity globally. The idea that 20% of the Earth's fresh water is on deposit in the Great Lakes, we think Chicago has a responsibility to recycle everything it consumes.
Los Angeles is very much defined by large pieces of infrastructure, which means freeways, power grids, and simply put, our solution is to superimpose a new city using the old city as a foundation rather than to expand the city out as Los Angeles has traditionally grown.
Taking history as inspiration, the design teams were asked to look back to the past to inform their designs for the future.
History of Chicago is very important to us. Really amazing engineering feat happened late 19th century, which was the reversal of the Chicago River. That reversal helped clean up the pollution in the lake, but it also emptied the lake of a lot of water. So that was important for us to understand, to re-engineer that.
There's a very interesting project in the city of Rome. Trajan built his new baths, colossal in scale, and superimposed those baths over the house of Nero. So the precedent for enlarging Los Angeles by reusing the ground and the structure of the city is what we decided to do.
It's always great to have an opportunity to just think outside the box and develop ideas that are not constrained by a specific project. It's also great to sometimes have to do it in a very short amount of time because you get very ingenious with how you're going to respond.
Whose City of the Future design will be named the National Grand Prize winner? Will it be Architecture Research Office from New York, Urban Lab from Chicago, or Eric Owen Moss Architects from Los Angeles? Go to History.com to vote for one of the 3 winning designs. And every Monday at 9, experience how ancient architects designed their own cities of the future on Engineering an Empire, as only the History Channel can bring you.